Welcome to the jungle with Toki and the Crow.
Got your head nod, got your head nod, I'm deadly when I pull the pin out.
All right, we're good to go then, are we? Shit.
Pressure's on, bar.
All right, welcome to the jungle, episode 7. No guest today. It's just me and my homie Luke. We're going to start that again. I forgot what
Nah, keep going. Look, I give him one chance. I give him his opportunity.
Right, welcome to the jungle, episode 7. The crow's off the leash. He's finally been given the reins to it. We've put the guests on ice because it's a fan appreciation show today. So Luke's going to sit to the side of me as my sidekick today. But we're gonna answer some questions. We're gonna go through some news. We're gonna see the Daily Crow. We're gonna do a whole lot of shit. It's gonna be fun. But it's just us today and you. So
we could actually get a guest.
Yeah.
Nah.
But So without further ado, welcome to my sidekick today, Luke Toki.
Yeah, I don't have the old.
Oh yeah, we'll have to find a little snippet for him.
A little snippet.
How you been?
I've been good, man. Look, I've got some things today. I've got some news articles we're going to go through. Let's kick it off, brother.
Beautiful. What's our first segment? That's a bit I go to that normally when I'm the sidekick. So
we are. What was that thing you told me about 10 times?
It's the Daily Crow.
It is the Daily Crow. So it's your segment, brother. Run it.
I haven't got it, Brian. It's just like 24 seconds. Is this going to be a problem?
The Daily Crow.
The Daily Crow.
Now watch this drive.
I am the number one. Hold up. Yo, what did my boy just say?
You know what really grinds my gears?
Your whole shit is fucked up.
I'm asking you for the answer. It's a question.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Can somebody please rewind that?
The Daily Crow.
Yes, that's awesome.
Righto. I'm unhappy again, Luke.
All right, what's been going on, brother?
7 weeks of doing this podcast, and I don't think there's been one where I'm totally happy. But today I want to talk about etiquette towards polite people in a supermarket car park. Right?
Yep.
Now, my issue isn't with the person driving the car. It's more with the person that responds to the courteous person driving the car. So if you're driving your car through the supermarket and you wait for another car to go in front of you or come out of a car park, or someone's got their hands full of shopping and they want to walk across the road in front of you and you wait for them, what's your expectation for how they thank you? Because when I do it, a lot of the time I get nothing. I don't get a wink. I don't get a wave. Everyone's got 5 digits attached to the palm of their hand, so I at least want to see 2 or even just one of them go up.
Okay, so all right, so I've lived in a rural country town. Now, you live there, everybody's waving at you. You drive out your own house and someone's waving to you. You're driving down the street, someone's waving to you. In Perth or any capital city, brother, everyone's in a rush. It seems like it anyways. No one waves. Even when I do a wave out the blue, they're like, what the hell is he waving for? Have I got a light out or something? It's the mentality, I think, of city and country. But brother, if no one gives you that little, how's it going? I'll just give that big dirty finger straight up. There's my spot.
There's a number of ways you can respond. I mean, okay, fair enough. If you got 2 bags of shopping in your hand, you haven't got any free hands. Maybe you can't get that digit loose, but everybody has a neck attached to a head, and everybody's neck mainly bends. All right, so you can give them a head nod, or you can give them the old chin up.
Yeah, or the eyebrow raise. Give them the old rock.
Or the eyebrow raise.
Yeah.
There's so many options for the ways you can respond, and some people choose not to do anything.
So are you trying to just pull up people in the car park and be like, is this the kind of sending a message to be like,
basically,
car park etiquette?
Basically, yeah. Like I'm sick of it. Or even walking past someone and you go, "G'day, mate," and they just keep walking like you're like Harry Potter with the invisible cloak on.
Arrogancy.
It's poor.
I don't like arrogant people.
But I don't know, man. That's just my gripe today. And
the car park gripe.
That's right. And being the fan appreciation show, I wouldn't mind hearing what the people out there actually think about it. Maybe I'm just being a bitch.
Well, do you know what's funny? Actually, just before I came here, I went and put the trolley away. So that's something. Okay, so it's weird. We're actually talking about putting the trolley away. So you get the shopping, you go to the car, you put it in, you think, should I just put it next to that tree and just put the 2 front wheels in there, and hopefully, it makes it harder for the next person having a car park in that spot.
Yeah.
Because they need a short car, because now you've taken up a bit of their space. So I was like, I'm going to put it in the car trolley place, because now, people notice me,
Yeah.
I know people take a photo and be like, oh, look at Luke,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't even put his trolley away. Long story cut short, I put it away, walk back to my car, and I'm like about to get in, and they've got this legit trolley bay to keep all the trolleys. It's on a hill.
Yeah, that's poor from them.
I put the trolley bay all the way at the back, walked to the car, and I look, and the trolley had rolled out of the trolley bay and was halfway down the road, and I was like, so now I'm looking like an idiot. I'm having to run down and chase to get this trolley. Yeah, long story cut short, whoever set up about Elvis car park needs to get out hiding.
Well, I get that. And that actually goes to my final thing here. Actually, that exact thing. It's like when you go to the toilet, right, and you go take a piss, but someone's left some toilet paper in there, or they've left some piss on the side of the seat. Yeah. It wasn't you. But if you leave and someone comes in after you, they're going to think it was you. So is that your job to clean that mess up?
Yeah, that's sometimes you just roll the dice. Hopefully you don't
But if you leave it at work, you might be sitting you might be working next to Gary that just saw all this piss on the seat that wasn't yours.
And he's looking at you. Yeah, he's writing a blanket email, taking photos. It's an incident report. There's a full incident report about Ben pissing all over the seat when it's not even you.
Yeah.
You've just made that education decision that you've opened the door, there's blood all over the walls, there's someone dead, and you've gone, dude,
it wasn't me.
I'm just going to actually close the door and leave because I've already got my own troubles. And but then next minute someone's taking a photo of you leaving,
and you're getting stitched up for it.
It's happened. I think people have probably done murder probably for those reasons. You know what I mean? So that's small scale. It's piss scale, but you've been done. So
anyway,
They're 2 whingers. You came out with 2 today.
Well,
you could have saved that for the next episode.
I could have, but I wanted to load up for fan appreciation. I really need some help here. So write in with your thoughts, message in with your thoughts. But
of what you would do.
Yeah, what would you do if you found piss and shit all over the toilet seat at work and it wasn't you? What would you do?
What would you do? All right, next episode. What was the next? What do we got next coming up?
All right, so basically what we're going to do today is we're 7 episodes into the Welcome to the Jungle podcast, and it's been quite the experience already. So
it has been. I think we've done really quite well, considering, Brian's been putting in some mad work. He's done some, great editing. I've been liking what we've been putting out there.
I've learned some things that I never thought existed from Brian. The way that the way that man will put regular life items in as a word for a podcast thing. So what were you talking about the other day? He's like, the structure of a podcast is called a tent pole. Yeah. He brings in some. I'm
like, we're not going camping, Brian.
Brings in some soundproof gear. Calls it clouds.
Yeah. I look at it and say foam.
I look at this plant and I say plant. It's I'm learning a lot of technical things off Brian. I've also had the 101 on how to use Instagram.
You've come a long way.
Yeah,
Ben.
You said that story I posted the other day. I even added a GIF to it.
It's you're doing really well, Ben. You need to pat
it's like when my mum says you're doing really well. Oh, good job. You can have an extra biscuit or something. You know what I mean? But it's crazy the things you don't know when you don't use them, though. Do you know what I mean? I do use Instagram, but I wasn't that creative with it.
Well, the thing is, you probably had 60 followers, so so now you got a bit more to play with.
I think that barbecue thing I was kicking up. I think about 102.
I actually didn't mind that. Actually, that's where I seen it. I seen the talent.
That's
you just didn't have the following, brother.
That's right.
So I wanted to bring you to the masses.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it.
I wanted people to see it's like you could have the best product in the world, but no one knows it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like I feel like nearly like an agent, bro. Like I'm like I'm like Suge Knight, and you're like Vanilla Ice.
Well, yeah, I would have said Easy E more so, but I guess I was probably just riding my Instagram off my good looks, and the fact that it was failing, maybe that means that my good looks weren't good looks.
Nah, you had to put more. You had to put more photos with you in a G-string, brother.
Yeah.
That's, you know, on the beach there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how you get those followers, brothers.
Cooking that brisket in them jobs.
Oh God!
But we've had some like killer guests on. I thought the Nathan Charles interview last week was like on point. Like normally I don't like to listen to my own shit. Do you know what I mean? But I've listened to all these podcasts, and you know they've all been entertaining. But I thought that Nathan Charles one sent us into another zone. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think when people are listening and they, if you can get educated, have a laugh, and all that type of stuff in the one hit, I think that's what we're going for. So, look, I don't know which one you guys have liked the most, whether it's been the Nathan Charles or it's been Blake, Olivia,
Sammy,
you know, or you know, we got another one coming up. So, yeah.
Let us know what you think. You know, like the ratings and reviews are super important.
We want to know we're doing the right thing. You know.
Yeah. So you know whatever forum you're listening to that podcast on, you know, make sure you give it the stars rating and the review or whatever. Send the you know the likes into Instagram. They fill us with confidence. Well, me more so. You know, I need them. But you know, like make sure you're getting on all those forums and letting us know what you think.
All right, so let's break into our next segment.
Let's do it. This segment's come about.
This is the one
no guests this week.
No, this is the one we want to start pushing.
Yeah, we've had no guests, so we haven't had to prepare anything. So we've had some time to you know, kick back a little bit, read what's going on in the world.
Are you
know?
sick and tired, right, of listening to the same old serious news reporters? Are you wanting something
Brian
different?
Henderson.
Are you
Classic.
needing some laughter, some fun to talk about the news? Because I think our news segment, this is what it's going to do. It's going to sit there and take the piss out of real life shit that's happening in Perth or in Australia.
All the world.
We're bringing in our own news articles. Ben hasn't seen mine. I haven't seen his. We're going to break down the shit that's going on right now in the world.
All right.
Here we go.
Are we having a break for a news thing?
When the clock struck 6, it meant one thing to Ron Burgundy and his news team. Go time.
All right, this is our news article segment. Welcome. We haven't called it anything yet, but
No.
I'm going to drop the first news article that I think is hilarious.
So what's happening here? You're going to read the news article out and we're going to discuss?
I'm going to read it out. So if you live in Perth, you're a WA fan, you have driven up the Coulee Freeway and you have seen there is these photos of a young girl and a young boy. Now, for the last 15 years, I'm like, what the hell are they? I did find out after about a year it was a classroom of boys that they did the face merge, where so all the attributes of every kid's face in the class, you made a picture, which was the boy, and that was what was on the Coburn Sound tower. So it's like this. I'll put a photo in there. For the last 15 years or whatever, we have been driving up and down that freeway. Every single person in Perth from the south has seen this photo of this boy and a girl. Now, the sun has been hitting it for the last 15 years, so that means deterioration has been happening, which means these faces have been getting cracked, weathered, looking ugly. It's an eyesore, you know? And I've been thinking about it a few times. I'm like, man, I should go up there late at night, run my own picture on there.
Put your own face up.
Yeah, one morning you just wake up, you're going to work, and you just see King of the Jungle's face, or you see another picture. Now, the government has finally decided to take it down. They have just taken the photo down of the boy and a girl, and now has become the issues like, what should it be replaced with? You know, I think that all of a sudden, what do you want to see when you drive to work? That one picture. No one wants to see the boy and girl. And the Bell Tower Times put up a photo, which I thought it was hilarious, and it was the Spud Man. You know, do you want to replace that photo?
What's his name? Tony Gelati.
Yeah, should we be driving up and down that freeway with Tony Gelati up there? You know, and I thought that's hilarious. So I was thinking, what's some other funny shit we could put in? You know, that we could put in there that I think would be hilarious, because every day you drive to work, you can have a little giggle. You'd be like, oh, you know, there it is. And some of the things that I've come up with,
Right.
you know, and I love the Tony Gelati. I think the Beltars are
Is that his last name, Gelati?
yeah, yeah.
So it is
I think so.
ice cream.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, yeah, it's wrong.
Spud.
As I thought, some pictures. I thought we could put up maybe Israel Folau's post.
Oh,
that
that'd
he
be
put up. You know, and see how how that one went.
that would turn some heads. That would.
So if it said, you know, like on there, warning drunks, homosexuals, adults, adulterers, liars, fornicators, thieves, atheists, hell awaits you. You know, that would be a cracker one.
It would, yeah. That would definitely turn some heads.
Yeah.
You might see a bit more extra road rage.
Yeah, imagine that. Israel Folau would be happy.
He would.
You know? Yeah, I don't know about the rest of Australia though. Yeah, so that was one of the ones I thought would be a cracker.
Yeah, I like that one. I like a conversation starter.
Yeah, and another one I thought when Julia Gillard tripped over, I thought we could have her on the ground face down. Like a big picture of her, you know, or even one of those ones that like as you get closer it moves, like, you know, the old Tarzos.
Oh, it turns into a different picture?
No, so it's like a 3D one, so it actually shows her go.
Oh, that'd be good.
So
That'd be
as
good.
you get closer, you know, like it's a it's like it's like a video. Like
Yeah.
it's actually a video.
Just a
up there.
3-stage video.
Just her just
Up,
hitting the
going,
deck.
down.
That would be one. And the other one, which I thought would be great, was my mate Johnny Eastos has put up a towel photo.
I saw this.
Yep. So I thought
Yeah.
that'd be a cracker.
Is that the one next to Dave?
Yeah. But just, I think Johnny's just nailed it, you know?
Yeah.
Just the Aussie bogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think him up there. Dave, you know, he's a model, so that's going to be everything.
He knows what
anyway.
he's got.
But you want something, want something a bit like what everyone else has.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, there was also a suggestion that maybe we take on that photo.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was thrown around. So maybe that's something we think about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe.
I'd be Dave probably.
Oh, yeah. What are you paying out, Johnny?
No.
Well, that was another. So that was one of the news articles, and I thought that look, send in your ideas of what you think. Some of these photos we could replace at the Coburn train stations, so every man and their dog is driving past. What we would see
What do you want to see on the Kwinana Freeway on your way to work?
could be anything. I want to know. So yeah, that was one of the news articles which I think's been cracked up. The other one that I have is everyone knows about the Claremont serial killer, and I think it's time we bring it up. I want to actually probably go into depth about it at some stage.
Are we doing comedy about this or not?
Yeah, definitely. Comedy. A little bit of comedy.
Right.
But it's more aimed at him,
Oh, that's good.
not the victims. No, not that bad.
I was gonna
God.
say.
No. So what has happened? His name's Bradley Robert Edwards. Now he's 50 years old. He was scheduled to face a 9-month trial, but on Monday he pleaded guilty to 5 of the 8 charges. Meaning that he raped one of the girl. He pretty much abducted a girl and took her to a Perth cemetery. Pretty much raped her there and attacking another 18-year-old woman where she slept in her home in 1988. Now he's decided to plead guilty
To the sexual ones, not the murder.
plead guilty to those, but he maintains he is not guilty of murdering Sarah Spears. Now I want to know. What the hell do you think we think of you now that you plead guilty to rape and abduction? Oh, but look, I won't.
Maybe it's
plead,
okay.
Yeah, I won't plead guilty to
Yeah.
the murder.
Maybe.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, it trips me out to think, dude, throw away the key because you've already pleaded guilty to these stupid ones, and they must be the material facts. Unless this is what I'm thinking, he's the material facts where it's just it's proof. They've got him on those. His lawyer's like, oh, there is no way to get out of there. So you're going to have to maybe plead guilty.
Give him something.
Give him something. And then next minute, but don't plead guilty to the murders because... But it just trips me out to be like, brother, if you've done that...
What's his name?
Whether you've killed him or not, his name is Bradley Robert Edwards. Yeah.
Do you know what? Bradley Roberts Edwards
Needs iron.
sounds like a guy that used to go into the cubicle, spot shit in the toilet, and not do anything about it and bail.
Oh, yeah.
So
and
they've
you're
got.
the one.
So the guy behind him's picked up. Yeah, you're going down for the sexual assault, but those murders in the toilet.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, I'll claim the piss on the seat, but I'm not going to claim that big log in the that's sitting in the bowl. No. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's how it feels. Like I'll claim the piss on the seat, but I won't claim the big bog. That's blocked up the like as far as I'm
That's
concerned,
stain.
mate, you're copping the whole lot.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what?
Well, people
Like,
know that the last people just they think that the last person in did it all anyway. So he may as well just admit to it all.
Well, yeah, this is where I get tripped out about it is because do you think that we're gonna think like better of you because you know that you didn't kill him?
Yeah. No.
Mate, you are a piece of shit. Like if that's what you've done, your mentality's been found with. So if he's pleading guilty to this is what he's saying that he's done, and with cable ties in his pocket and all this other stuff. Now it really baffles me to think that that you might as well plead guilty for the whole lot. You know,
I would say so.
preferably.
But even the ones he's admitted to,
Or plead not guilty.
even the sexual assault, you should be going down.
But that's exactly what I'm trying to say is as a
Forever.
person, for you even doing that, or you trying to, kidnap girls and do what they did, mate, killing them or not, you are
Life,
in that
for
same... Yeah, that's it. That's life, brother. And it really trips me out because when I read it, I was just like, God, like, as a jury, if I was in a jury, I'd be like, mate, like, whether you were pleading guilty or not, you were...
That's the
copping
thing,
whole
though.
lot.
I honestly think, some of the penalties for, well, I don't know if they call them lesser crimes or whatever. Like 3 sexual assaults or whatever it is. That's life.
Yeah,
That
that's
has
what
to be.
I
With
yeah,
no- with no-
completely.
no-
Because what do you think he's going to change or something?
Yeah.
Do you,
All of a sudden, you're not a
yeah, you're
predator.
just not that. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Spins me out. That's something that I want to look into more because there's so much about it that I know that you can probably research otherwise. But why not come to
what's our segment called?
welcome to
Welcome to the Jungle News Edition.
Oh, so they're my two.
Well, I've got a breaking story from about a month and a half ago. A US rapper by the name of Young Dro was recently sent to prison for throwing a banana pudding at his missus. Now, old mate's getting, you got this situation going on with a serial killer over here,
Yeah.
and Young
banana-
Dro's sitting in jail in the US for a banana pudding.
Yeah. America's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
But, maybe if it was really hot.
Hot banana is
It hurts, bro.
that's like getting marshmallow on your hand.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Hot
I'd need
marshmallow.
to see the material facts.
I would
or,
need to see his missus, like the result. Yeah.
the
His
bird.
missus' face.
But what if he may be for all we know had a good shot on him,
Maybe.
And we also need to know if she threw stuff at him.
Yeah, maybe she had
So-
the apple pie or something.
Don't know, but yeah, I understand.
Maybe it
that-
was old banana pudding that had sort of formed that
where
hard
do you,
crust.
where do you draw the line? But with say for sending someone to jail, he maybe has previous history of throwing banana.
Food crimes.
For all we know, that's not the first banana pudding he's thrown.
Yeah, bananas aren't, but bananas are pretty expensive these days too. So,
He really
he's,
weighed it.
he's throwing money away and his life.
Yeah, is he a rapper? Is he?
Not a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Oh.
used to mess around with like
What if
Ti
he's
and
listening
that.
to this?
Fuck you. Don't throw bananas.
Yeah,
Don't throw bananas. They're
especially
nice and they're expensive. Consume them.
Exactly. I think anyone that's throwing stuff at each other in a domestic both need a slap on the wrist.
Actually, it reminds me of a story, if you care to hear it.
Okay,
Also
yeah.
a banana throwing
Tell
story.
Tell me.
So back in high school, there was one of the girls was having a birthday party. She was from another group. She wasn't part of our group.
Yeah.
And she was celebrating her birthday. They'd sort of been sending a bit our way or whatever. It was a bit of beef going on there. But her and her group were sort of doing the happy birthday to the song. And as they started to say happy birthday, my mate has pegged a banana, right? And skin on, not soft. And it's hit the cake. And it's blown this group up. So to relate back to that story, I've been in the midst of what it's like to see a banana thrown at a human. Yeah. It is messy.
It's like an orange, a full orange. You know, you cop that. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna hit you.
That's right.
Hard.
Yeah. Maybe he earned that prison
What's
time.
the worst thing you've thrown at someone?
Well, another story.
Or had something thrown at you. What's the worst thing you've
I can't remember anything at me, but how's this? I'm pretty sure it was the same one that copped the banana. Standing in the car park, and my old mate, we had 2 tennis balls, and he goes, "Oh, I'm going to peg this, see what happens." So he's thrown it. He's length of the car park, boom, straight on top of the dome, just hit this guy on top. It was only a tennis ball. She wasn't too fazed by it, but she was sort of like collecting herself, and I was like, oh, bullshit, I'll get her as well. Boom. 30 metres, bro.
You double. So in America, you would have been locked up.
Yeah, I'd have been going down. I'd have, I'd be doing some hard time, I'd say. But yeah, we were pinpoint accurate back in those days.
Was she like kind of impressed, or was she like?
I want to think so. Yeah, because he's dropped it, and yeah, I've just gone again, and like the exact same motion, the arch of that ball, just 2 in a row. Cracks me out of the day, but no, she come out of it all good. We're all sweet about it.
Oh, that's all right. It's like, no VROs or nothing on
Nah,
you.
I think we're good.
Yeah. Oh God, what's the worst thing I've thrown? I've been hit by a rock. Yeah, on the way to school, exactly about 40 meters. Someone threw a rock.
Yep.
I'm talking distance. Like, imagine if I say, man, and I throw a rock, but then I look up, I can't even see the rock.
Yeah.
I'm like, where the hell is it? Boom. Straight in the head. Straight in the head. Could not see it. Bro, I felt that one.
It's
and
like
that
a
thing was
sniper
like
shot
a
in the
50, only about a 50-cent piece.
They hurt from distance.
But it got me good. And I was like, ooh, that was a beauty. Good shot.
Blood pouring out of your eyeballs.
And I'm like, not too bad. Like, I'll take that one just because I know it's a good shot.
Did you know who threw it?
Yeah, one of my mates, you know. But I don't, it's one of those ones where you throw, like I threw something at, one of my boys, we went and walked the dog the other day. We were walking the dog. I haven't told Mary about this, so. Anyways, and he was wearing, that's right. So he was normally wearing, and it was a hot day, so I said, I'll wear my hat. So he wore my hat.
Yep.
And as I'm walking, you get those bundies that like made of sand? Like, the sand bundies. Yeah, so he was, but it was a big one. You know,
right.
And he was sitting over there like maybe about 20, 30 meters away, and I was like...
He was singing?
No, just sitting.
I was going to say, this would be good if he was singing.
What he was doing. And I was like, so I just thought, I'll just throw this bundi just to like, kind of just a joke kind of thing.
Yeah.
Somehow, like, if you asked me to throw that bundi 20 times, it would have like always miss him.
Yep.
But somehow the wind must have picked it up, bro. And it landed and it hit him right in the head.
Yeah, right.
Like, but he was lucky he had my hat on. Yeah, and he went, and he was just like...
How big was it?
Oh, I don't know, about the same size as my fist. Yeah, but it was a bundi, so it wasn't a rock, but it just hit him and went...
No rain recently
and
either, so that's
like,
had time to form hard.
But he was a soldier. He was just like, and I was like, don't worry, I had one of those when I was younger. It was a rock.
Yeah.
But afterwards, I was like, damn, never ever throw something like pretend either.
Nah.
Because somehow it can accidentally hit him.
Destroy.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, the old throwing days are over.
Yeah.
Yeah, retired the guns,
Well, normally I'll pick a fence or something to target.
Yeah.
Like,
the old hills hoist in the backyard. Hit them with the rocks.
So, yeah, that was, yeah.
Well, that's good. Is that all our articles?
No, do you have one more?
No, that's it.
Okay, that's it.
It's a developing segment. We talk more about throwing rocks than news, but that's good.
Oh, God.
Maybe they can tell us what's the worst thing you've ever been hit by as well.
We keep going back to the audience.
Yeah, we have to. It's Fan Appreciation Week.
It is Fan Appreciation Week.
Right. We're going to have to do a bit of editing with this on, Ryan. You guys do the Daily Crow intro?
We've done that.
Yeah.
We've done that.
All right, we got comment of the week.
All right.
So can you edit all this talking out? Right, where's Rowy's comment of the week? All right, so we're going to move into our comment of the week segment. It's not really a segment; it's just more like a reading out of a comment of the week. But not
everything has to be a segment, Ben.
Everything's a segment, Luke. All right, so the comment of the week is going out to a bloke that I actually know, and a bloke that I've probably hit with a few rocks in my time as well. Actually, Timmy Rowe back home in Warrigal. So I put up the post about getting my beard lined up for the show, and he sent this video in.
Your beard looks like poo.
So can you put it on?
Like a big albino.
It's
poo
right
on
here.
your face.
Looks like poo.
What was that?
Up.
Your beard looks like poo.
There's the video.
Like a big albino.
So yeah, basically
poo on your
he's
face.
got his daughter to say that my beard looks like poo.
Do you know
and
what's so funny? It's like I'm always copping the beard jokes.
Yeah.
I'm always copping and so it's good to see a bit of like.
Well,
yeah,
I think I did post about them trying to give you shit about your beard, and I've copped it.
Oh yeah.
So apparently my beard looks like poo to a 2-year-old girl, and then the big fella's gotten on there himself and
having a
said
rip.
it looks shit too. So, but he's no wax figure himself. So all good. Comment of the week to Timmy Rowe. Well played, mate. I'll send you a sticker.
Yeah, send you a Toki and the Crow sticker and put it on your car.
All right, now we're going to move into. Now we're going to do the main event,
Okay,
the fan
main event.
appreciation.
Yeah, so
We're
this
going to we sent out a post during the week to get all the fans to write in their questions that they might have for us, either for me or Luke or us together. So we're going to read a few of those out. Do you have any, or do you want me to start?
Bro, you run it.
All right, so who we got first? All right, this one's from Coulee Moss. All right, he's like, I think this is directed at me actually.
Okay.
He's like, where did you come from? Like, how do you know the king? I don't know.
How do you know the king? Well, he used to mop my floors. Back when I met him, he was just a little whippersnapper.
Well, you're not too far from the truth.
Yeah.
Because how did we meet?
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, it was. I was the king.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'll say this one.
Go on.
So I met Benny. I was working in the mines. It's been documented. I was the mining technician there. 2017. Worked away as a driller, and all of a sudden this.
08, I think we met.
Yeah, there's this bloke. He arrives, and it's our new offsider. I think I was drilling at that time.
Big dog.
Was that Area C?
Yeah, Area C.
Yeah,
Yep.
and he rolls up. Yes, he's got Did you have hair back then?
Probably not.
No, probably not. Yeah, and his brother had already been working for us. And
Yeah, he had hair.
and he was just like, I started offside when I was younger, so I was like, knew the difficulties of having to sit outside while the driller's in the
50
warm-
degree heat.
Yeah, and then when it's raining, it's hailing, and you're the only one outside pulling bags, doing tray samples on an SK50 I was working on.
That's right.
Yeah, and I had my feet up, and I just look over, and Ben,
Slugging it out.
yeah, Ben's slugging it, as a young bloke, and I'm like, I've done those years.
I'm
and
the same age as you.
yeah, just started his career a little bit later.
Yeah.
And then that's when we kind of kicked off, and then we obviously started hanging out a bit more. I was coming to Freo, and he was teaching me how to like break into pools and stuff like that, and a few other things.
Yep.
And then just some drunk nights, and we've stayed in touch.
Do you remember the night that that dude ran out of the kebab shop with the machete chasing us?
Yeah, because you had butted his window.
Yeah. That was a strange evening.
That was like 4 Asian guys, and they were probably sword boys or something like that. And they all had a rip, but you were like, "Come on, man!" That's where you pulled. No, that's right. You didn't headbutt. That's right. I forget. I remember we were all drunk getting a kebab.
Yeah.
One night, and there was this car there, and we didn't even know if there was people in the car.
Oh, that's
it was
right.
Just, it was just like tinted, real dark tint, and you've because you're pretty tall, and I think it was like a Lancer or something. They were in, and then you pulled your pants down and put your butt on the driver's side window. And then I swear, while your butt was on it, it was like, you hear the window, like sliding, and then you were like, "Oh, I didn't know it was
Sweaty.
in there." Yeah, and then obviously, yeah, a whole bunch of guys came out, wanted to have a crack, and then you were still laughing at them. And
Yeah, swinging the swords.
nothing happened. Yeah,
Mm.
it was pretty funny. Did we get
Freo.
our kebab that day?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think we might have not. Yeah,
We definitely had the cutlery, but I'm not sure about the kebab. I think we just got out of there, to be honest. See, the thing was, if people get to me, I'm in trouble. I'm not fighting. If you can get me, you've got me. Anyway, so yeah, that's where I've come from. So we've known each other about 12 years now, I guess that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, it has been good.
All right. The next question is for you, Luke. Oh, it's actually come from Coulee Moss again. So good on you, Coulee Moss. Very active.
Coulee Moss has actually always been very active since 2017. I think he's got the shark. I always try to work out who it is.
Oh, do you know
I feel like I know him.
Coulee Moss.
Yeah,
right.
they're like undercover. I swear. I don't know who.
Send a photo in Coulee Moss.
Yeah, we want to know what you look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so little inappropriate, but we'll ask it anyway. It's for you. How do you go without sex in the jungle? Or what do you do with it?
Okay, so what I used to always say is
Coulee Moss a
my
dude?
joke. I don't know. Yeah. All right, what I used to say is if I'm going out snorkeling and it looks like I'm about to get eaten by, if it looks like I'm getting eaten by a shark, I'm probably not. It's just in the water. You just thrash it around.
Yeah.
Nah, obviously, listen, when you're out, I think I've mentioned this a couple of times, when you're out in Survivor, you don't get
Sex.
What's the word? Indiendo, or what's the word? What do you say?
Intercourse.
No, what's the word where you get turned on?
Aroused.
Yeah, that word. So you don't get aroused out there. It's nothing like that.
Do you get aroused in here?
No, not at all. Not around you boys.
Good. All right. Well, cheers, Coulee Moss. All right, we got this one. I like this one because we might be able to incorporate this one into future shows. Maybe on the one we don't have guests on. This has come from Big Smoke 101.
Yeah, Big Smoke.
Big Smoke. All right. He's suggested, he hasn't asked a question. He suggested we should do a hot chip challenge or something. You know those like, we can get like.
It's like I was supposed to do that Big Mac in a second.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
but we could get like some of those super hot chips and see how long we can handle it for. I had one at work the other week and I was pissing for 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
It messed me up, yeah.
Yeah, I've it's been handed around like the hottest chip in the world
Yeah.
or something like that. It didn't interest me, hasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually, even after speaking to Ben Paulson, and he wants to do that. That eating challenge, like.
What are they called?
I'm not even like
Scoville.
Yeah, Scoville. After talking to him about that and knowing that I was telling him something that's like hell hot and it's like so hot, and he goes, "Oh, that one's only around like 100,000."
Yeah.
And he's going for his million. I'm like, doesn't interest me, brother, because I'm telling him that this one's the hottest one ever, and he's saying that's like the easiest one ever, and I'm like, oh.
Someone's always going to beat you.
He scared me pretty much.
Someone's always going to beat you down though, no matter how high you achieve.
Have you ever had that where, say for instance, like, has someone scared you? Say for instance, you're so confident in something. You're the best 100-meter runner in the world, right? You're a 100-meter runner in the world, and you're like, but then all of a sudden, then your mates are like, bro, I bet you can't beat old mate, he's the best. And everyone knows you're the best, but they're like, bro, there's no way you'll beat the best, this guy. And then you finally meet that guy, and he goes, I'll bet you $100 that I'll beat you. Has ever been in that situation where it's like, it's tricked you to thinking that the confidence that you had that you were the best now, because everyone's talking about someone else, has put you in a self like that you're actually potentially not as good as this guy.
Well, I understand what you mean, but
feel me?
really trying to wonder or work out whether I've been the best at something. To be honest,
or just something you're good at. Like, so if I said, "Oh, bro, I can cook a mean brisket," and then Brian's like, "Bro, Luke can cook a mean brisket," and then you're like, "Holy shit, maybe Luke can cook one." And then I say, "Let's do a competition. I'll bet you $500," and you go, "Oh, nah, I just would rather just like without any money and just like have a competition."
I did get into the barbecuing, and then all my mates sort of jumped onto it because they thought it was pretty good. So now there is a bit of a bit of back and forth about who can do the best stuff. I mean, I still smoke them in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
But I haven't been scared with the barbecue.
Yeah.
So
So if I was like, all right now, I was like, I'll give you I'll give you a $300 bet right now that I can cook a better brisket than you.
I'd take you on. I'd be pretty confident.
Yeah. So you would take that bet.
I would. Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So now this is all leading to one story about what happened to me.
Right.
So I was sitting there, and it was back in the day when we used, younger, and we used to all rage at houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was the man at Fight Night 2, you know what I mean, on the Xbox or PlayStation. Fight Night 2 is it's got Roy Jones and Rocky Marciano and stuff, and I was the man. Anyways, I go to this house, they're all playing it. You got 10 people playing it, and I'm like, I walk in like, King Ding, like, whoa, I'll flog you all.
Yeah.
Next minute, first of all, flogged them all.
Oh.
Flogged. I'm not talking like, it was 3 KOs in round 1. Like, just took everyone out first round.
Yep.
Then after I did that, they were like, oh, bro, you can't beat my man Jono, bro.
Oh.
Jono's the man at
But where do
this.
they get the they're only doing that. Yeah, but they're only saying that to you because they got smoked.
Yeah, I know. But then Jono's getting talked up after I smoked him that he's the man. And then I'm thinking, Jono must be pretty good. You know?
Okay.
So I'm thinking, okay, he must toes him just like I toesed him.
Yeah.
And anyways, we're sitting there playing. About 10 minutes later, guess who walks through the door?
Jono.
No,
Oh.
Ronald McDonald. No, of course Jono. Bloody hell, Jono walks through the door.
I thought I was on then.
Yeah. Bro, Jono walks through the door, looks at the TV. We're playing Fight Night 2. And he's like, oh, yeah, boy. He throws his hands up in the air. He's like, who wants to take the king? Right? And I'm thinking, holy shit.
Oh, so you're not the original king?
No. Well, I thought I was, and and then obviously King Jono walks in there throwing his hands up, and I'm like, holy shit, maybe this dude's got game. $100 is a lot of money back then because I'm not a big better. And he walks in, he goes, $100 straight up, $100. Who wants to take the king? And I'm thinking,
chanting,
dude, he was even throwing cash at me, bro. You know what I mean? And after blitzing a room of 10, I'm thinking I'm pretty confident, but he legit made such a big depth that I was like, nah, how about we just do a friendly? So, and he was like, and then in my face, bro. So he's like, friendly. What do you got? No balls and all this stuff. And I was like, bro, like, I'm just like,
it's getting late,
I'm
man.
I'm not big better, And he's like, I guess we'll do one friendly because you can't handle it, blah, blah. Now that went on for quite a while because, the old PlayStation takes 10 minutes to load every
starts skipping too.
every slide, Now all of a sudden we lined up. We're both the same fighter. So we're even, yeah. So
who was it?
I think it was Rocky Marciano. He's the best fighter out of the whole lot.
Right.
He's Rocky Marciano. I'm Rocky Marciano. So I'm on the left side. He's on the right side. Long story cut short. I blitzed him, bro.
Oh,
first round like everyone else.
And you took the friendly.
Yeah, and I took the friendly, and he psyched me out, bro.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have been walking home with $100.
So what did he say about it? Did he? Because that's where he can still call you a pussy. Because even though you smoked him, you didn't want to do that.
Yeah, I know exactly. So that was how. That's why I was leading that story because I wanted to tell a story.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, you get it.
That was great. That was a good conversation.
Yeah.
You got to take that bet if you're confident. I was good at like games like Super Smash Bros. I used to use the little cloud thing. Yeah, well, it was just like this weak little cloud thing, and you stomp on people. That was pretty good.
Oh God! But yeah, so that was something that I feel like I wanted to share.
Right. We'll that was a good one actually. We'll find some more questions here. Oh shit! I can't open my phone. What's the issue? Oh, someone wished me happy birthday. Cheers, James Spicer. Oh no, the S would.
Yeah, happy birthday for yesterday, bro.
Cheers, bro. You had one as well earlier in the month.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. It's
33.
October seems to be our month.
That's where it's at. But yeah,
Libra. Are you Libra?
I am. I'm the last day of Libra.
Oh, are you?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why we get along so well.
Maybe. James Pizer. The S is attached to the James. It's not the start of his last name. James Pizer said happy birthday, but he didn't say who to, so we'll take it as both of us.
Yeah.
Right. Who? Oh, here we go. Now we've already spoken about this guy today, but the pod.
It's not Coolio again.
The pod filter writes in, who's better, Spuds Shed Tony Gelati?
Oh, he's getting a mention today.
He is. We need him in on the show. Or Do you remember WA Salvage's Luigi Save It a Money?
Oh, Luigi was a pretty good.
Do you remember him?
He was save it the money.
Well,
save it
he-
the money.
Well, the Spud Check guy's got his own lane, right? He's selling all the shit you get there, you know, like your
Well,
food and
there's
your
total
spuds.
difference. Yeah,
I
WA
like.
Salvage used to be a shit show.
I
Those
was watching an ad
factories.
for WA Salvage last night, maybe this morning,
Okay.
and he is selling anything you want. He was selling plastic chairs.
Oh, everything. Yeah,
He was
that's what I'm
selling
saying, like,
blow up pool things.
Yeah, he used to walk into the factory, brother, and it was. I just remember walking in there as a kid, and it was shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Half boxes of of shit everywhere. So now I know why he probably went out of business, because he was a dirty bloke. You know, he seemed like dirty. Well, his stores were dirty.
Like
you know
Clint's,
what I mean?
remember Clint's Crazy Bargain? Did you have that in WA? I'm from Victoria.
I'm going to go with Spudman, Tony.
He's got more of a celebrity about him, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, he's like, the other guy just looks like. I'd love to see what he looks like now. You know what I mean?
Probably dead.
Yeah. Tony for sure.
Tony's the vote.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Tony
I'll go
because
with Tony.
he's relevant to me now. I probably wasn't even living in WA when the other fellow was out and about. But yeah. Anyway, all right, Artie Boy has written in, who you got in the World Series? Now, I know Artie, so he's probably talking about the baseball. Game 1's kicked off today, actually. So who's playing? Houston Astros and the Washington sports side. What are they called? The Nationals, I believe. That makes sense. Yep. I got the Houston Astros in that one because I'm a big Justin Verlander fan. So hopefully,
does that answer your question that you were going to ask about if you're you wear?
Oh,
hats
that's
'cause you
coming
like
up. Where is
baseball?
it?
So that just pretty much answers it, because you just talked about baseball just.
Well, yeah. Well, I can ask that
And
question.
someone that doesn't know baseball wouldn't have been able to answer that.
Yeah. Well, true. Yeah. So that in regards to the baseball question, yeah. I'm trying to find it.
What's up with that hat? What's that little man on that hat?
It's just a bear.
Really?
Yeah, I got it down in Margaret. I went to go buy a hoodie.
And then you just found a bear hat?
Couldn't find a
I
hoodie.
actually don't mind it.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
I went to go find a hoodie and ended up with a hat. And it was cold.
Yeah.
So I never had the hoodie. I was freezing.
I like it. Black and white.
Yeah. Basics, you know. Anyway, I was trying to get those questions up. Where are they?
Ben, we're trying to rug a segment here, brothers.
It's poor, isn't it? It's no good.
What do we got? I think this is we got one more question.
Yeah, I got a good one.
All right, here we go.
It's from my mate. Oh, I've lost it. It's from Chris Riddell, right? He wants to know whether my mum would sell her car and whether or not the stickers that are on the car would be peeled off before she sold it or not. Now, you probably haven't seen my mum's car.
Okay, so you said stick it up.
It's sticking up. Right, this is.
Have you got a photo?
No, I'll have to get one for you. But Brian will have to put one in.
I want to see this.
But it's one of those.
Has it got like the family? Surely he's got the family stickers.
I think she's got a family, but my mum's been all over the world, right?
Okay.
She's been. I
so it's a sticker from every single place.
Basically, yeah. But get this, I think it's a 96 or 97 Toyota Tarago. So one of those big old bubble cars.
So when you send it, it's a 1997?
1997 model, I think.
I'd keep it on.
Keep the stickers on?
Yeah,
I think it's holding it together.
Character.
It's holding it together. That thing has done like 500,000 kilometers, right? So this thing was falling apart.
What's the shittest car you ever owned?
Oh, probably my Mitsubishi Magna. It was it was pretty average. It was just like an old man car. And anyway, here's a story about the Magna. I got the car and I was like, shit, I need to use this for my benefit here. So I got this job delivering pizzas in Warragul. And I think it was like my third shift. I had to take a pizza out to this place called Druin, which is a town further on. And couldn't find the address. And it was before I had maps on my phone and all that kind of stuff. So I'm searching in the bloody Vic Roads, whatever the book used to be called. I couldn't find it. I was like 15 minutes late, fully stressing that this pizza was late to this dude. And he gave me shit at the door. Anyway, I've taken off in a hurry. Didn't look at the intersection. Got fucking cleaned up. The car got written off. I got stuck in it. They had to cut the door open.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, so you had to get the jaws of life to get ripped.
They had to jimmy the door open and whatnot. But no good. Second shift in, didn't go back.
Far out.
No car. Yeah, picking cheese off the roof and shit.
God.
But
so what was your mum's car? So with your mum's car as well with this stickers, how do you reckon she sells it?
Oh, I don't think she'd sell it. Her idea for it is when it does actually
Put it in a
die.
museum.
No, she's going to put it in the backyard and make it into a chook pen, she reckons.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's not too bad.
Like, so a couple of years ago, this car was already falling apart. Like it's old, it's rattly, but she loves it.
Yeah.
And everyone, like even the mechanics, like, oh, I wouldn't drive this too far or whatever. Lines up a trip to WA, drives across a Nullarbor in it.
So when you wouldn't even drive it to the shops?
I wouldn't have driven it to the shop.
She just rolls the dice and hits a Nullarbor.
She went to the Nullarbor.
Oh, and it survived?
It survived, and it went back over. She had to get home. Yeah, so I would say the stickers.
So your mum's she lives a life on the edge there.
She does, yeah. She's well travelled.
Yeah.
She loves all that shit, but loves picking up a sticker. It's like you're driving that car. It's like all dark in it, except for this little window.
She
puts
them on the front windscreen.
Lying about the windscreen, but it's all on the sides. Like fucking every window, like the whole.
What about
the whole body?
This is when you know, like they've gone too far. Is it on the side?
On the doors?
Yeah, that's
on the inside.
Side mirrors. Anything there?
I don't think there's anything on the side mirrors.
So she's smart.
She's got all the safety.
So she also probably she weighs up risks. She doesn't got nothing on the windscreen. She's
a risk
got nothing on
assessor.
the side mirrors. So she can use the side mirrors, but when she actually looks over her shoulder, can she actually see out the?
Well, that's what I don't know. So yeah, sitting in the back seat's a bit of an experience. You know, you never know what's coming. You don't know if there's a buggy behind you or a Mack truck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sort of a close your eyes and hope you get there.
Yeah.
But she's still going, so
good on her.
Yeah, I'd say the stickers.
Can't wait to see a photo of that.
Yeah, we'll get it.
All
but
right.
that'll be all the questions, I'd say.
That's it. Let's wrap it up, eh?
All right, bro.
All right. Look, we'll hopefully have some more guests in coming up. This one was just to read out some questions, try to push some new segments. Tell us if you like the news segment. Subscribe.
Bit of
same old
fine-tuning.
gig stuff. Pick some better comments maybe, and we'll read them out. Eagle Bay, same stuff. Smashing out those beers. Boom.
Be brutal with the comments, you know. Anything you want to know, anything you want to say, we can handle it. We're confident. Okay. We're confident men.
Nah, of course, do whatever you like, because that's what we're doing. Tuning out. Welcome to Jungle, 7th episode. Peace.
Screaming at the top of my chops, karate chopping pots, potting up a couple of crops. I think I've lost the plot. I sink a lot of shots, shooting savants. I don't know what's happening now, let alone in a month. A loaded gun couldn't cut me down. I cut the mustard and muster up the hounds. I'm hounding to let them out. Outing's got that canine cloud your judgment with the way rhymes spout. Keep it 100, I'ma make mine count. Your head nod, I got your head nod. I'm deadly when I pull the pin out. I got your head nod. I got your head nod. I'm deadly when I pull the pin out. I got your head nod. I got your head nod. Head nod. Head nod. Head nod. Pull the pin. Pull the pin. Pull the pin. Pull the pin. Pull the pin out.